Hello everyone, and in today's video, I want to quickly highlight the current trend that is happening in the web development or programming, right? So AI has changed a lot of things compared to before, where people get to think about their algorithms more in depth and create data structures that align with the needs. AI has pretty much erased that stage in a web developer's process in terms of developing a web page or a problem solving software. Yeah, and it's mind boggling because we we're looking forward to a lot of programming challenges, and we cannot implement this because anyone can simply just go onto ChatGPT and type a programming challenge, and ChatGPT or AI will simply respond with a solution for that challenge. So what that means is it's getting to that point where a lot of web developers are going to be obsolete, right? People can simply just go onto AI chatbots and type in, you know, questions, and these chatbots will just spit out correct answers. I'll give you an example. So I'm in ChatGPT and I just want to type in, I need a login page validation with JavaScript and HTML. I can also include styling. So make sure the HTML is styled using CSS. Now, just this line of sentence, I will be able to have a fully functional code, right? Now, as you can see, immediately it has pointed out the features of the login page, like the email, the password length, the required fields, and we pretty much did stuff like this in the previous tutorials that I highlighted how to build a secure login page, sign up page, and just to show you how scary this is, within less than a minute, uh, ChatGPT has generated a fully functional sign-in page or login page, right? As you can see, the validation, the pattern check, the password length, and yeah, and that is pretty much what we need to validate this form or this sign-in form using JavaScript. So to validate the user's input. And I did something like this, and it's really mind-boggling that within seconds, ChatGPT can do this. This is a huge breakthrough, even though you can't really apply this to complex uh, web development. Uh, Structures like maybe you're trying to build an Amazon platform, you're trying to build a platform like Facebook. Uh, yeah, you can't really do that with ChatGPT. Or even if you're going to do that, it's going to take you as long. It's going to really take you a long time. Yeah. Um, so the benefits of ChatGPT is that it is time saving. As you can see, in less than a minute, I was able to just generate this code, and I can go in, make some changes to the colors and to certain things that I really don't want. Um, but this is a product level output. What I mean is, I can actually use almost everything here in my professional sign-in page. And another good thing about AI is that if you've already written your code, you can simply just dump your code in here and look for bugs within your code. So AI is also good in identifying bugs, and even enhancing your code structure, like your data structures, right? So maybe your idea or your concept in your algorithms, how you structure your conditions, your evaluations, you might not be efficient, and AI could also improve your codes, limit the amount of code you're writing so you don't have redundancy level that's so high. And yeah, so for me, these are like the few features that I think right now you can apply ChatGPT or AI into your workflow just to save time, identify bugs, enhance your logic for efficiency. And now there are limitations as well for using AI bots to generate your code. And just like I pointed out, you cannot simply just type, "Hey, write a code for the structure of Amazon website." And ChatGPT will definitely not give you a great response for that. May attempt it, but trust me, a lot will be so wrong within that code. So it's pretty much good for just short stacks, less complex stacks. And in many cases, you will require the technical know-how to, modify your code that ChatGPT gives you. So that way, you will need the basic fundamentals of web development. So, and another limitation again is that sometimes uh, AI bots may overlook some security protocols. Now, unless you clearly point out that, hey, your code should adhere to security protocols, sometimes they may overlook it and just focus on the tasks on ground. And if you don't adhere to security protocols, that will make your system vulnerable to attacks, and that's no good. So, um, that's also a limitation for AI chatbots, especially for those relying on them for code. And also inconsistent logic. So in sometimes you may find out that you know your code may have inconsistency because ChatGPT may not remember certain names that you've used within your code structure. So being able to have a very good maintenance structure will allow you use ChatGPT effectively. And if you don't know how to do that, that becomes a limitation, right? So that being said, it's clear that AI has affected how web developers are going to be writing code, and is also going to affect how web developers take on contracts. Because at this point in time, someone can simply learn web development within a short period of time and immediately start writing complex code using ChatGPT. So long as you have the fundamentals, you're pretty much good to try or attempt complex coding structures. So focusing on Migo Express Academy, we are refactoring our syllabus to cover basic programming topics. Uh, this way, anyone from a zero skill level could ascend to intermediate and even professional level, right? Using our design syllables. So we've been able to create a syllable that will help any individual who's interested in entering the web development domain effectively transition from zero to fully professional. Right? We're going to take you to the level where you can simply start taking on projects and getting paid for this project. And our programming languages are going to be PHP, JavaScript, and CSS. And we're going to be utilizing simple markup languages like HTML, and we're going to be using MySQL to do a lot of our database queries and protocols. So each episode is designed for beginners, people, or individuals with zero level skills. And just like how I pointed earlier, ChatGPT could immediately take you from an intermediate level to a professional level, right? So the fundamentals is pretty much all you need given the recent trend of how ChatGPT and AI is taking over. Okay, so some of the topics we're going to be highlighting in the next tutorials will be what is a website, what is website development, front end and back end development. We're going to highlight some examples. We're going to show you static website versus dynamic website, and just generally a simplified flow of a website and how a website works and the tools you need to effectively develop a website. All right, so there's so many topics we've highlighted, and I really wanted you guys to just be prepared, especially for those who don't have any experience in web development. We want to make this as engaging and as social as possible so that learning becomes a fun thing. So at this point, I would just like you guys to, subscribe. That way we can uh, be aware that you're interested in what we have. All right, guys. Bye bye.